Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you very much for attending.
Waalaikumsalam.
And today we will talk about how to write an argumentative essay part 1. I would like to share the screen of my PowerPoint. Well, writing a complete argumentative essay. So argumentative essay is one of many essays learned in writing. Now let's have a review about argumentative essay. The argumentative essay is a very useful test of a student's ability to think logically. The argumentative thesis takes a side of an issue. Frequently, it proposes an approach of action, which is often expressed with the modal should. When you are planning the argumentative, be aware that the essay should contain the following characteristic. Number one, the argumentative essay should introduce and explain the issue or case. The reader needs to understand what the issue is going to be argued. The essay should offer reasons and support for those reasons. In other words, the essay should prove its point. The essay should refute opposing argument. Refute means to prove wrong by argument or to show that something is invalid, untrue, or illogical. Organization of an argumentative essay. Number one, introduction. You can first introduce the problem and give background information necessary for the argument and the thesis. Reasons. It is usually a good idea to spend one paragraph for each reason. 2 or 3 reasons are typical. So when you are writing an argumentative essay, the more reasons you write, the better your writing will be. Repetition. Depending on the points the writer wants to make, 1 or 2 paragraphs are typical. It means that you have to refute, you have to consider the common people's point of view. And then last but not least, you have to write the concluding paragraph. Now let's have a look at the outline of an argumentative essay. First, you have to write the introduction. In the introduction, you have to write the background about the topic, followed with a thesis statement. And in body paragraphs, you have to write the pro, for in, support of argument. You start from the weakest argument, stronger argument, and the strongest argument. And then in the last paragraph of the body, you have to write the counter or opposed argument and your refutation. And the conclusion will be the last paragraph. The conclusion consists of summary, solution, prediction, or recommendation. Jadi ketika menulis argumentative essay, yang pertama kalian tulis adalah paragraf pembuka. Kemudian paragraf body. Nah, di dalam paragraf body itu, kalian tulis 3 paragraf pertama yang menyatakan bahwa kalian setuju terhadap mosi. Ya, maka dinamakan argumentative essay. Kenapa? Karena essay itu berupa pernyataan atau paragraf yang menuliskan opini kalian, argumen kalian terhadap sebuah mosi. Ya, for example, the student should wear a uniform. Ya, bahwa mahasiswa harus menggunakan seragam ketika kuliah. Ya, nanti di badinya ya kalian setuju. Alasan pertama ya, dengan menggunakan seragam akan terlihat elegan, rapi. Nah, nanti di paragraf berikutnya alasan kedua yang lebih kuat. Ya, dengan menggunakan seragam maka akan terjadi keseragaman secara ekonomi, tidak ada kecemburuan sosial. Bayangkan ketika teman kalian menggunakan baju yang bagus, sementara kalian nggak pernah beli baju baru, kan itu menimbulkan kecemburuan sosial. Nanti di paragraf berikutnya, argumen yang paling kuat. Nah, dengan adanya seragam ini menimbulkan cinta terhadap kampus misalkan. Nah, setelah menuliskan 3 paragraf yang menyatakan posisi kalian di mana, kemudian kalian tuliskan yang orang lain nggak setuju dengan penggunaan seragam, ya. Jadi kalian ada di sudut pandang orang kebanyakan. Nah, misalkan ya di bagian paragraf kontra ini kalian tuliskan banyak orang, misalnya dalam bahasa Indonesia ya, banyak orang yang tidak setuju dengan penggunaan seragam atau mahasiswa harus menggunakan seragam pada saat kuliah di kampus. Alasan mereka ya ini dan itu. Kemudian dari alasan-alasan tersebut kalian masuk ke dalam refutation. Kalian membuat penyangkalan. Ya, alasan dari orang kebanyakan ini, kalian berikan penyangkalan, kalian berikan solusinya, kalian berikan alternatifnya. Kemudian alasan yang kedua dari orang umum yang tidak setuju, kalian juga sangkal, kalian bantah dengan solusi atau jalan keluar alternatif yang lain. Kemudian masuk ke bagian conclusion, you have to make a summary, solution, prediction, or recommendation. Is there any question, guys? Before we move on to the next slide.
Next slide, sir.
Next slide. Okay. Feel free to ask me, Intan, Lily, Putra, if you have any question. Aziza, Abila. Now, the useful tips for argumentative essays writing. To write well-developed paragraphs, first, you have to avoid strong feelings. Don't say, nobody does this, or it is impossible to disagree with me. You have to avoid this one. And then the second, you have to use generalization. For example, people say, people believe, people consider. Don't use generalization. Instead of saying, everybody believes that, you can say, people say. Yeah. Most people believe. Yeah. Don't use strong personal expression. I think. Avoid using I think in your essay. You have to use linking words. The more linking words you used in your essay, the better your essay will be. It will be clearly understood, yeah, by the readers. For example, therefore, also, however, meanwhile, whereas, if you want to express a contrast and compare argumentative essays. Use sequencing. Firstly, secondly, lastly, if you want to state your arguments in the first paragraph, second, third. Make reference to other sources. For example, you refer the claim from the government. The government claims that the statistics from UNICEF claims that, yeah, reference means data, evidence. Give examples. After you give data or evidence, you can add more examples. Remember, examples here, not your personal thoughts. For example, products such as sprayer can destroy the environment. Yeah. Everybody believes, people think the same. Yeah. Give a banal introduction. Write something more original. Don't write, this topic has been important since ancient times. If you write this sentence, it sounds that too vague, too unclear. Yeah. Since ancient time, not specific time. You can say this topic has been important, has been yearly discussed, yeah, since, for example, since 1,000 years ago, since 19, make a specific time. Yeah. The use of transition signal in writing an essay is very useful. Introduction paragraph, you may start with this question, this matter, this subject can be looked at from several points of view. This problem should be considered in relation to state a strong, firm opinion. For example, there is no doubt that women are more intelligent than men. I believe that by the year 2000, every home will have a computer. Remember, your introduction consists of a general information and one thesis statement. Address the reader directly. You can start writing by having a question. For example, have you ever considered being extinct from the earth? Has it ever occurred to you that computers will one day organize your life? Have you ever thought that your life will be replaced by robots? Yeah. State a strong, firm opinion, address the reader directly, start with the problem that needs a solution. For example, more and more species are becoming extinct. As time passes, our lives will be controlled by computers. It means that after the readers read your sentences, they will eagerly read the body paragraphs until the end of your sentence. In the body paragraphs, you have to think about the transitional signals. For example, if you want to list the points, you may say the first reason is, or you can say, first of all, to start with, the second reason is, secondly, the third and most important reason is, if you split your arguments into three, so you can say the first reason is as the topic sentence, and it will be developed into some supporting details. Finally, another reason. Instead of saying the third, the fourth, you can say another reason. If you want to make a contrast sentence, you can say, on the other hand, on the contrary, on the other hand, on the contrary, on the other way rounds are used when you want to make contrast. The final reason is one major advantage of a further advantage, one point of view in favor of. Why I introduce some useful phrases? Because the more you use these phrases, the more fluent, the more accurate your writing will be. Instead of you make 3 essays with the same pattern, with the same useful phrases, you try to change that phrases with another phrase. Now, how to add more points to the same topic? In the previous slide, we learned about how to list the point. In this slide, you learn how to add more points to the same topic. If you want to add more points to the same topic, you may say, what is more, furthermore, in addition to, yeah. In addition to. Remember, when you write, when you use in addition to, it will be followed with a noun phrase. Yes. In addition to the poverty, for example. In addition to the drought, comma, and you have to start with a new sentence. Yeah. Apart from that, besides, to make contrasting point. If you want to make contrasting point, you can say, On the other hand, however, in spite of, while, nevertheless, despite, even though, although, it can be argued that, one can argue that, yet and but. Remember, when you use yet here, not belum. Yet di sini artinya tetapi. Bedanya apa yet sama but? Anybody knows what is the difference between yet and but? Lilik, Putra, Abila, Aziza, or Intan? Can you say something about the difference between yet and but? Hello? Hello? Is there anybody out there?
Agak
Oh,
suaranya agak lambat, Mister, karena ini kan sinyalnya.
Hujan, Sir.
oh, it's raining. Okay, it disturbs the internet connection in your place. All right, so
Yes.
I will ask Intan. Intan, do you know the difference between yet and but in the matter of contrasting point? Hi guys.
After but itu pasti ada reasonnya. Kalau misalkan after yet itu kayak belum selesai gitu.
All right, thank you, Abila, for your answer. Another student, what's your idea? What do you say about yet and but?
But means
Yeah,
conjunction introducing a word or clause in or with the preceding negative clause or sentence.
How about yet, Mas Putra?
Yet means nevertheless.
Nevertheless.
Yeah, nevertheless.
All right, that's good, Mas Putra. How about the other student? What do you say about this? Abila said, but belongs to a conjunction, meaning tetapi. Yet, according to Abila, means belum. Okay. Well, to differentiate between yet and but, you have to make sure that you know the similarity. Jadi mereka sama-sama berarti tetapi ya. The main difference is that yet is more contrast than but. Jadi penggunaan yet itu lebih menunjukkan totally different, ya sangat-sangat kontras sekali. For example, she is rich, yet she is unhappy in her life. Dia kaya, tetapi dia selalu sedih. Nah, itu kan menunjukkan sebuah perbedaan yang sangat-sangat kontras. Ya, sedangkan but lebih digunakan untuk membandingkan atau mengkontraskan dua hal yang umum. Ya. So, one more thing that you have to know yet is to make a sentence sounds more contrast. Yeah, totally different. The situation, the case is totally different. Yeah, it's like 180 degree. Yeah, like earth and sky. Yeah, totally different. But means if you want to use but just to show that the contrast is very common, yeah, commonly happen in our daily life. Now, conclusion paragraph. If you want to write a concluding paragraph, you may start your sentence with to sum up, to conclude, all in all things considered, taking everything into account, above all, okay, and so on. Yeah, you can see in the slide many useful phrases, useful expression can be used to start the conclusion. All right, so I have already made the transition words table. Later you can read, understand, and use these transition words in your essay writing. Now I want you to match the first paragraph in column A with the last paragraph in column B, then write a title for each topic. On your screen, you notice number 1, 2, and 3. Your activity is matching. Match the first paragraph and write a suitable title for each topic. Who wants to try first? Putra? Number 1. Putra, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Can you guess what is the last paragraph or what is the concluding sentence for paragraph number 1?
Yang B, sir.
B. Why B?
Karena di situ menyatakan pendapat tentang pendisiplinan anak-anak dari rumah.
Okay, state children discipline at home.
Yeah.
All right, your answer is very good. That's correct, Mas Putra. Number 1, match with B. Yeah. Number 2, Lilik. Lilik, are you listening to me? Abila?
Intan aja, sir.
All right, Intan. Intan, what's your opinion? Number 2, match with A or C?
B.
B is already taken.
A. Mana sih?
A.
Bentar. No. Yeah. A.
A.
Nomor 2, A.
Can you
Karena
give me the reason why you chose A?
unless this is done, many cities and towns will have become ada.
Unless this is done, many cities and towns will have become uninhabitable within the next 50 years. Okay, the clue in the paragraph number 2, cities and towns. And the clue in the option, we have cities and town. That's correct, Intan. Number 3, of course, the last option, rest, is C. Yeah, there can be no doubt that television is the sole or only cause of the breakdown, failure of modern society, and that has absolutely no beneficial effect upon a child development. And then the concluding sentence. What is the concluding sentence? C, that's correct. The negative role that television plays in the development of a child can be summed up with a quotation from George Marx. Now, let's have a look at topic 1, why women should not have an abortion. Yeah, this is a debatable topic, arguable topic, why women should not have an abortion. I want you to first read the first paragraph. Aziza, can you help me read the first paragraph?
Okay, sure. Many women in the entire world,
Not many women, many women.
many women in the entire world have abortion.
Women believe
there are many reasons to abort, such as fear of having or raising a child, rape, or not having enough money.
enough
But whatever,
money. Enough, not enough. Enough money.
enough money.
Yes.
But whatever the situation, there is never an acceptable reason to get an abortion. Some important reason why women should not abort have to do with human
Values,
value
values, religious values, and values
and
of conscience. All right, thank you. Yes, thank you, Aziza. Okay, stop in that point. So let's analyze the first paragraph. How many sentences in the first paragraph? There are 3 sentences, correct. The first 2 sentences are general statements. You start with, many women in the entire world have abortion. And then the last sentence in this paragraph is called a thesis statement. In the thesis statement, you have to clearly state the reasons. How many reasons? How many arguments? For example, some important reason why women should not abort have to do with human values. Jadi dilihat dari alasan kemanusiaan, religious values, alasan agama, ya, and the values of conscience. Ya. Kita lihat alasan yang pertama dituliskan di paragraf kedua atau paragraf pertama di body paragraf. Kita mulai diawali dengan kalimat yang dinamakan topik kalimat. Topik kalimat yang pertama adalah the first reason why women should not have an abortion is related to basic human values. Ya, kemudian ditambahkan atau dikembangkan kalimat topik tadi ke dalam kalimat-kalimat pendukung. Women need to think about their unborn babies who are not responsible for the situation. Ya, jadi kenapa perempuan tidak boleh melakukan aborsi berkaitan dengan alasan manusiawi? Ya, bayangkan bayi yang tidak berdosa, ya, harus menanggung akibat yang dilakukan oleh kedua orang tuanya. Ya, itu alasan yang pertama. Alasan yang kedua, the second reason why women should not abort has to do with religious values. Disebutkan bahwa in almost all religion, di hampir semua agama, a woman is not permitted to have an abortion. Kemudian ditambahkan, ya, bahkan di beberapa agama, for example, a woman cannot take communion after having an abortion. Ya. And then in the next paragraph, you mention, finally, the third and the most important reason why women should not abort is related to her conscience. When woman has an abortion, she will always think about the baby she might have had. She will always believe about the future that could have happened with her baby, which will always remind her that she killed it. Because she has had an abortion, she will never have a good life, and her conscience will remind her of what she has done. Jadi alasan yang ketiga setelah alasan yang pertama berkaitan dengan kemanusiaan, alasan yang kedua berkaitan dengan agama, alasan yang ketiga adalah alasan conscience, alasan alam bawah sadar perempuan itu. Dia akan merasa bersalah selama hidupnya. Nah, kemudian di paragraf berikutnya kalian tuliskan apa yang ada di pikiran orang banyak. Ya. Contoh, there are many reasons why women should not have an abortion. The truth is that women need to think about the consequences that can occur before having sexual relations. I think that the effects of an abortion can be very sad for everyone involved, both for the woman who has the abortion and for the family who lives with her. Ya. Jadi kalian boleh menambahkan satu paragraf lagi di paragraf body yang berisi apa ya yang disampaikan oleh orang yang setuju dengan aborsi, kemudian kalian bantah, berikan solusi alternatif yang lain. Sehingga argumentatif esai kalian sangat objektif. Tidak hanya menjelaskan your viewpoint, tapi juga melihat sudut pandang dari orang yang tidak setuju, terus kalian berikan argumen untuk melawan pandangan orang itu. Lalu dilanjutkan dengan kesimpulan. Ini topik yang kedua, ya, mengenai medical marijuana should be legal. Ya, nanti bisa dibaca sendiri, dilihat, dianalisis polanya masih sama, introduction, body, and conclusion. Ya. Nah, untuk body bisa kalian tuliskan per paragraf, bisa body-nya dijadikan satu paragraf. Contoh seperti ini. First of all, marijuana can help cancer patients who must use chemotherapy or take anti-cancer drugs that cause serious side effects. Moreover kan kata penghubung untuk menambahkan poin. Ya, nanti disimpulkan in brief. Nah, in brief kan sama aja dengan in short, to sum up, in conclusion. Ya. Topik yang ketiga mengenai working mothers have positive effects on family. Ya, ini mengenai ibu yang bekerja memiliki efek yang positif terhadap keluarga. Ya. Kemudian topik yang keempat nanti bisa dibaca sendiri mengenai animal testing should be banned. Jadi uji coba menggunakan hewan itu harus dilarang. Ya, menggunakan tikus, kelinci, kera, ya, itu harus dilarang, alasan apapun juga. Ya. Topik yang kelima, why you should not smoke. Ya, ini sangat common, ya, di kalangan masyarakat kita. Kemudian, nah sekarang giliran kalian membuat draft writing argumentative essay. Silakan kalian pilih satu topik ini, kemudian membuat outline terlebih dahulu, nanti dikirim ke Mr. Beni melalui WA. Ya, jadi outline-nya apa saja? Misalkan kalian memilih why students should eat breakfast every day. Nanti di paragraf pembuka isinya apa, paragraf body isinya apa, sampai ke kesimpulan. Oke, setelah draft sudah ditulis, jadi ada outline, ada draft. Jadi tugasnya adalah membuat outline sama membuat draft, dijadikan satu sesuai topiknya, dikirim ke Mister, nanti Mister kasih koreksi sama feedback, kemudian kalian tulis final essay-nya. Ya. Thank you. Any question, guys, before we finish?
Not yet, sir.
Not yet. All right. Feel free to ask me anytime, anywhere, if you have any question. I think that's all for the class today. See you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Wabarakatuh.
Thank you.